Hello, welcome to the video. This is Dawn of Comics. I'm Shane and I'm going to be talking about comics. Today we're talking about Self-Storage from 451 Media. I hadn't heard of 451 Media until I saw this book. This is the first issue. I've got the 6-issue run. This is a spare issue 1 that I bought. I'll explain why I bought 2 issue 1s in a second. I saw this cover, this amazing zombie cover, as a massive Walking Dead fan, TV show, not the comic books so much, and a massive Storage Wars fan. I thought Self-Storage was perfect for me. I mean, if you open up, what would you do if you bought a storage locker and you opened it up and it had zombies in it? I mean, that's a great premise for a comic book, and the artwork is absolutely phenomenal. So I saw that on the shelf, never heard of 451 Media before. Looked into them, see what other titles they had, and I bought a few more titles from them as well, because pretty much everything they did, they were just knocking it out of the park. So with this, the reason I bought a reading copy, an extra copy, is because every comic from 451 Media comes with a card on the back. You can see this one's branded Self-Storage, so the others will be branded for whatever comic book you get. So this is my copy to take the card out. So this is what you get. 451 Imagination to Burn. And you see, so what it is, it's a little card, and you just tap it onto the screen of your smartphone or tablet on the website, and it opens up some extra content. So when you tap the Self-Storage one, I'm not sure about the others, because when I did it for Self-Storage, I got some character artwork for the characters and some bios, and I also got the first digital issue for Self-Storage and the first digital issue for another book. I think it was The Sunflower that I got. This is one of their titles that I wasn't a fan of. I did read the first issue of all of theirs, but the only ones I continued to read were Self-Storage, Humbug, and Neverland, which are 3. Self-Storage, Neverland, and Humbug are fantastic. Check them out. I might do a video on them later, or at another time. But right now I want to focus on Self-Storage because this book is absolutely fantastic. I fell in love with this straight away. I got to review this for a comic book review site, which was awesome fun. I got to review all the issues, and I just had so much fun. The worst part was waiting every month for it to come out, because I just wanted the next issue straight away, and the art inside is stunning. I'm not usually a fan of black and white comic books, like The Walking Dead. I find it very plain and very dull, but with shading like this, you don't need colour. With the definition, there's nothing plain or simple about the art inside this book. It is absolutely beautiful. It's just phenomenal. So I love this book. So I'm going to show you the covers, and I'm going to tell you a bit about the story. I'm not going to spoil too much, because I do think you should read this. So this will be a relatively spoiler-free video. There will be a few minor spoilers because it's hard not to if I'm going to show you the covers. So yeah, so you get issue 1. This is my original issue 1. Sticker on it. That sticker's on the bag, by the way, not the comic. I don't know why I didn't peel that off, but yeah, because this was quite rare. My comic shop didn't hold this, so I had to get this online, this one. So this is where I got it from, Nate Comics, I think. So I got it from them, and then I got my comic shop to order the rest in for me, so I didn't have to wait. So with this, you got a variant. So I got the first cover, and then that's the variant cover. It's just a locker 83. That's the locker from the book. But you can also buy a signed version. So I've got a signed version by Matt Timpson there. He signed it down there. That was awesome, to get a signed copy of a book. I mean, I know I didn't get it signed myself, but to have it come is still pretty awesome, to have a signed book. But as being a completionist, I did have to get a version that wasn't signed as well. It's an OCD thing. I've explained it in previous videos. I can't help myself. So that's issue 1. Issue 2 is awesome. This is the first guy to get attacked by a zombie in the book and become a zombie. And oh, it's awesome. It's so cool. That the covers are just absolutely breathtaking. Look at that. Just the reflection in the glasses alone, and the detail. Oh, it's beautiful. And then issue 3. So this is the girl. She's in the initial locker 83, and she's a zombie. So I'm not going to spoil it, but the covers don't spoil too much anyway. Especially when you see her at the end of the first issue. I can show you that. It's not a spoiler. They open the locker. I mean, it's the first issue. You have to, otherwise. Yeah. So there it is. He just opens the locker, and she comes jumping out. And so the rest of the book is pretty much her origin. You do get a great. They show you what the next issue is going to look like at the end of each book, and they've changed it a little bit. If you look, I mean, look, this should have been a variant cover. They should have done variants for these, because that cover is just as good, if not slightly better. I think that's awesome. The head-on appearance rather than the slight sideways portrait mode. It was just look, that's awesome. It's so beautiful. So that was issue 3. So it's only 3 of 6. So it's 6 issues. So you can go back and you can get these. You can get the trade as well. So the trade's out if it's cheaper to get the trade. I really, really recommend you pick this one up if you like zombies, if you like horror books, if you like basically character driven but still gory. If you like The Walking Dead, I think you'd like this. It's I think it's a lot cleaner than The Walking Dead. I think it's a lot tighter than The Walking Dead, and I think because they knew they only had 6 issues, I think they did a lot better. I don't think anything drags. I don't think anything is slow. I think they really, really built their world, stuck to it. They had their start, their middle, and the end, and they worked it out in 6 issues. So issue 4, a creepy cover, kind of alien-esque, isn't it? That's awesome. I just love every cover. I'm just a fanboy. I mean, it's both frightening and romantic and gory yet beautiful at the same. It's everything. It's everything that this book is. He falls in love with this zombie, because she's not a full. It's not like she's a full zombie. She has some control, and it's just a love story, and finding out her backstory is just heartbreaking, and it's absolutely amazing. And then, oh, that was issue 6. I've gotten her out of order. That was issue 5. Issue 5 is her lower jaw, and but yeah, so that's how the book finished, and that's just, I mean, it's just gorgeous. The whole book, the whole series. When you see a cover like that, it might be a little misleading. I'm not going to lie, because you see this and you think it's a bunch of people surviving a horde of zombies in a storage locker, and it's not that at all. It's great character building. It's just suspenseful. It starts. Look, and this guy just gets pulled into a locker. He's just in there, and he just gets pulled straight into a locker, and you're like, okay, this is where it's going to start. There's going to be more than one. There's going to be a horde, and it's going to be up to this group of friends who they buy storage lockers, just like in Storage Wars, and then they sell their crap to the guy at this. This guy is the owner of the storage locker, and he calls them up when people haven't paid for their storage locker, so he sells the locker to them, so whoever gets the highest bidder, and then they go and sell their crap to other people. But the lead guy is just absolutely so well written. He's so likable. He's just your everyday guy. He's just trying to make a living, buy a storage unit, find some crap, sell some crap. Simple as that. Nothing major. He's got a girlfriend. He gives her some earrings that he buys, that he finds in the locker, and because she thinks of it as like found or stolen, she breaks up with him because of it. And it's actually quite a sad scene, because he's trying to be really sweet. I mean, just because he found them in a locker that he's bought doesn't make them any less special to give to his girlfriend. But just following this artwork throughout. So yeah, every time they pass locker 83, you just hear the scratching, and you just hear the moaning coming from inside, but it's too faint for anyone to hear. And there's just a slow build through the entire first issue, which it's character development. So it wants you to care about the characters, before it kills them off, which makes sense, because if you just start killing people off, if I don't know who they are, I don't care. Just like with so many horror films today, they make everyone a douche. Why do I care when you get killed off by the serial killer? I don't care. I need to like you. I need to care about you. I need to root for you. And that's what happens in this book. You end up rooting for everyone, and when they don't make it, you're like, oh, I wanted that one to make it. Even though you're going to always pretty much be sure that the main guy's going to make it. Does he make it? I'm not going to tell you what happens at the end. But it's worth a read. You should see what happens. Some people survive, some people don't. Is he one of them? Well, I mean, I do know. I don't know why I'm shrugging, because I know. But I'm not going to tell you, because you should read it. If you do want to know, I suppose you can message me and I'll tell you. But I won't spoil it in this video, because, oh, it's just too good. It's just far too good. Just go read it. Look at the artwork. Look how handsome the main guy is. Look at his little nose. He's got a little button nose. But yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. From start to finish, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like I've said before, I'm okay with a slow build. If you build slowly, but if you build well, I'm absolutely fine with it. I can enjoy your story from start to finish. If you jump straight in with action and then there's no storyline, I get bored, because there's only so many splash panels of people getting their throats ripped out or people getting eaten before you just get so desensitized to it, you don't care who's dying, you don't care who's living. So if you can make me care about the characters and do a slow build for the first issue, so now I care about the 4 main characters, and then come issue 2 and 3, when you kill off one, you kill off another, then you kill off another, then I'm going to care. And that's what you have to do, and that's exactly what they did with self-storage. It's exactly what Clay McLeod Chaplin and Matt Timson did with this book. This book is fantastic. This one I have rated 4 stars when I got to review this for the first time a good few years ago. When did this come out? I'm going to tell you now. This came out September 2015. That's when I reviewed this, almost 5 years ago. I was lucky enough to review this the month it came out, and then each month after that I got to review every single issue, and I was just chuffed and I was so excited. So please go and read this if you can. If you can read it, read it. If you can't find it, then try and find it online somewhere. I mean, there's got to be some service that 451 can offer. Maybe go to their website. Maybe they offer a digital version that you can purchase from them. Well worth a read. If you have read it, let me know. If you do intend to read it, or if you have no intention of reading it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought. I will say one thing. I've been trying to get this to work, and it hasn't been working recently. When I first bought it, it worked straight away. I'm not going to lie. So what you do is you just load up their website, and then you just touch it like this. And it was, when I first got it, I mean, I don't know if they've stopped the service. It's not working anymore. I don't know if my phone is dodgy. I have got a couple of cracks on my screen. But you just, let me move my hands around. So you literally hold your phone and you just touch it against the screen, and it was working. I don't know if this card is dodgy. I don't know if the other cards work. I'm not really willing to open them all up and give them a go. But I don't know why this isn't working, but it did work when I first got it. I promise, I'm not lying. But yeah, it's still a nice little keepsake. I mean, you can even keep it as a collectible card, really. You know, just have it, put it in a trading card sleeve, especially if you collect all of them. If you get Sunflower, you'll have the Sunflower one. They also have a comic called Six, S6X, which is an army one. I'm not really keen on army stories, soldiers. I don't mind movies with them in, but the books for me are not great. This was okay. I did read the first issue of this, but I know a little bit too depressing for me, so I had to stop. But like I say, they do Humbug, which is about Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. He was, as you know, visited by the ghost of Jacob Marley and told that he's got just as many chains on him, so when he dies he's gonna be dragged to hell by his chains and have to carry them around. So he's becomes kind of like a ghost hunter, and every time he vanquishes a ghost, one of the links from the chain appear, and that means his chain is getting shorter, so he has to keep saving people to get his chain shorter and shorter and shorter, and it's absolutely brilliant. and so is Neverland. It's spelled Nvrlnd, and it's a modern retelling of Peter Pan. And Captain Hook is a tattoo artist, and Peter Pan is a club performer or a club owner. I'm not too sure. It was like 5 years ago when I read it, but it's still awesome. And the art in both of those books just as amazing as Self Storage. So check out 451 Media, guys, if you can. They haven't released anything recently, which is a shame. So I think after these lines, I think they stopped. But if you can go back and get any of their stories, you're in for a treat. So yeah, go read my reviews for that. I think there's a review for this on Facebook. Yeah, there is a review for the first issue on facebook.com/Dawn of Comics. And we're on Twitter at Dawn of Comics, and I'm on Instagram now, where these videos are being posted as well as some of my collection. I'm showing off some of my covers, some of my figures, some of my statues and things like that. But if you're watching this on YouTube, then there's no need to go over to Instagram. You're just going to see loads of posts for the video you've already watched. So might be a waste of time. I don't know. I'm not really sure how Instagram works. I'm old. So yeah, just search Dawn of Comics everywhere. If you put us into Google, you'll find us pretty much everywhere. I say us, it's mostly me. It is what it is. And yeah, so I'll see you in a week's time with another video, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoy the next one. Hope to see you again. Hope you see me again. Yeah, bye.